Good afternoon, everyone. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Houston, Texas, and I just wanted to jump on here and do another 5-minute short. But first of all, shout out to Amy Stockstill. Let's Echo, look her up. She encourages women to preach and made these awesome Preacher Girl sweatshirts. Super comfortable. I love it. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about, I'm going to entitle this message, Eat, Pray, Love. Why? Because honestly, I don't remember seeing the movie or I never read the book, but those words just stuck out to me. This girl's motto in life was eat, pray, love. And I love that she just picked 3 words that if I say that, everyone knows what I'm talking about and remembers it. But did you know there's just a few words in the Bible that we can base our Christianity on? Actually, I picked 4 words and they're all found in Matthew chapter 6. And if we follow these simple, basic Christian 101 principles, we probably could be pretty good in our Christian walk. We'll probably be kind of set, not fall, if we keep on and doing this. But I like the first verse in Matthew 6. In the Passion Translation, it says, examine your motives. So when I read that, what immediately came to my mind was Sister Act. Have you ever seen Sister Act where the nun stomps on the floor and she's like, check your battery really loud. So I saw that image in my mind and I started laughing, but I'm thinking, hey, we need to do that in our own Christian life. If we're getting ready to do something that's kind of iffy, I don't know. But I think that in our life would be super helpful if we just stomped on the ground and said, hey, Susie, check your motives, because everything is judged, not by the law, but by the motives of our heart. So here are my 4 words for Basic Christianity 101. They are pray and give, forgive, and fast. So the first one, they're all in Matthew 6. The first one in Matthew 6 is in verse 2. Jesus says, when you give. So evidently giving is very important. So we should be generous givers. And it's not always money, like we just got over Christmas. And one of my love languages is gifts. I love buying gifts, wrapping the gifts, giving the gifts, watching people open the gifts. But sometimes we can't always do that. But we can be generous with our time. We can be generous with our words. And so that's kind of why I'm starting these 5-minute shorts, to do like a word generous giving. Then the next one, Jesus said, when you pray, be sincere. So we have when you give and when you pray. And he also tells us how to pray. Of course, everyone probably watching this knows the prayer that Jesus prayed. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. But I just want to stop there and bring up that word name. That name in the Aramaic, which is the language Jesus spoke, is Shema. And if you know the Old Testament in Deuteronomy, the Shema was the center of everything in the culture of Judaism. The Shema was, hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one. And I just love that word. It's also one of my words for the year, Shema, because it doesn't only mean hear. It means hear the words, but it also implies obeying. So once you hear the words, you're required to obey the words. So that is what Jesus is saying. He's kind of repeating the Shema in the Old Testament, hear, O Israel, by saying, hallowed be thy name, the Shema. We hear and we obey. Then the next thing Jesus says is when you pray, make sure you forgive. So that's the next one. Forgive, lay your gift at the altar, come back and pray. And then finally, the 4th one is when you fast. When you fast, so that should be a habitual Christian discipline in our lives. Those 4 things: giving, generous giving, praying, forgiving, daily forgiving, and fasting. Fasting can be seasonal, because in my life I've had seasons where I fasted a lot, days, weeks, even 40 days a few times. And then there's seasons where the Lord has said, don't fast right now. So I think it's all about the Shema, hearing the Holy Spirit and obeying. And that is basically Christianity 101. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day.